What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Ben Davidson. Ben Davidson states that the negotiations between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are a go. You know, they are speaking of negotiations amongst others. Ben Davidson also said that Tyson Fury did a small training camp already, and he looked good. He can feel the difference in his power through this training camp because he had the proper rest, and that was one of the things that he wanted from Tyson, that he was concerned with going into the Deontay Wilder fight. He also said on Tyson Fury's behalf on what his friend and commandant would want and wouldn't want. You know, the stipulations of the fight. You know, the fight isn't 100% set in stone, people. You know, they're negotiations. You know, and if it's a purse bid, Ben Davidson said that Tyson Fury wouldn't accept 60-40 anyway. You know, like he did before, which makes sense. You know, and he also said they have other options. So, you know, he did say there's a better chance that a Wilder fight can be made than a Fury-Joshua fight, you know, due to the money and, you know, these things. And, you know, and he did cap on something about the money. And he was stating that all the offers that Eddie Hearn offered these three fighters, all three fighters can't be wrong. Meaning Deontay Wilder states that he was lowballed. Joseph Parker states he was lowballed. Tyson Fury states that wasn't enough money. And Dillian White states that wasn't enough money. So, you know, and he said they all can't be wrong. He has a small point there. Yeah, they all can't be wrong, but they all can't be right either. There's not necessarily a pass that Deontay Wilder didn't ask for too much money from the position that he was in. Coming from a PBC fighter, coming from a fighter that wasn't on pay-per-view, coming from a fighter that never made that type of money that he was offered any time in his life, okay? So a lot of people, like Ben Davidson said, that, well, you know, is it more about them making money, or is it more about the legacy of getting what you want in a fight? You know, I think it's a little bit about both, honestly, because, sure, I think that Joshua wants to fight Deontay Wilder, okay? But that doesn't mean he's going to give him so much of his own purse for it, because he has to make money too. You know what I mean? The A side, people understand. The A side is considered the bank, you know, the liquid of the negotiations, okay? So it's a amount of money that Joshua was willing to give Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? And if you really think about it, all the shit talk, all the trash talk, all this, that, and the other, okay? That fact remains the same. So if you got a guy that's talking out of the side of his mouth about him and calling him a coward, this, that, calling you a coward, and then yet you still got to break bread with him to get him in the ring, to knock him out, to take something that you really want. It's like, what do you give him a bigger part of your chunk to get his belt? You know what I mean? Or do you just hold your position? That's where they're at right now. That's where they're always been. You know, they've gave him better offers, but he hasn't accepted. Well, back to Tyson. Tyson hasn't accepted anything more than 50-50, and that's what Ben Davidson said that they would want, is a 50-50 fight. So if Wilder and Fury, if it goes to a purse bid, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-go. So if it gets to the 5th and they haven't came to agreement, that fight's not going to happen, people, because Tyson Fury's not going to take 60-40. You know, Ben Davidson pretty much confirmed that, you know, and because he already knew how Tyson felt about certain things, you know, and in a fight of a rematch clause, it should be 50-50. If they're going to make Tyson Fury come over to the States once again, and that's what it looks like, right? That means it should be 50-50 all the way down the line. It shouldn't be no 4 million here and 3 million over there. 50-50. So if it's only an $8 million pot and they have to do the same amount of numbers to make that a certain amount of money, let's say it's 8 million, let's say it's 10 million, right? So both one gets 5, the other gets 5. That's it. If Deontay Wilder doesn't want that, okay, well, that shows how bad he wants to rematch. You see what I mean? So it's just basically on how bad these fighters want this fight and what they're willing to do to get that particular fight. You know, and that's it across the board. That concerns Joshua, that concerns Fury and Wilder, okay? But then you have White there. He's kind of like a wild card, and he's looking for his place in, you know? But then, you know, Fury could fight, turn around and fight him. You know what I mean? And not forget about Klitschko that's, you know, that's being considered for deals on DAZN. So, yeah, the heavyweight division is still where it's at, but nothing has been set in stone. So regardless of what you hear, like, oh, yeah, there's rumors. That's exactly what it is. They're rumors. Okay, the negotiations have started, though. Nothing has been set yet. Okay, so they have to agree to terms. But one thing they are doing, they are negotiating. They're not shutting down communication like certain parties did, like Wilder's party did. We got to call it what we see, people. You know, because they want to fight. These two guys are willing to fight each other. Not one guy chasing the other guy like Josh was chasing Wilder's ass all around America trying to get a fight with him. This is not the case. So it does look better because we do have two parties are speaking in sync or at least communicating. All right. So anyway, you guys tell me what Ben Davidson said. What does it mean for the fight? Of course, I'll leave the link below. Please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.